Hey everyone, it's Matt here. Welcome back to another episode of Savant's Tech Talk. NFTs have created a major buzz in the art world. Despite the fact that NFTs have existed since 2014, NFTs have only recently become popular. This is especially apparent when you look at the massive industry growth last year, especially in the third quarter, where trading hit approximately $10.7 billion. So the NFT sector evolved from being a specialized area for technology and crypto enthusiasts to being more accessible to the masses. In today's video, we'll look at NFTs in retail, from real-world examples and use cases to what retailers should do. As always, if you find this topic interesting, then you can let us know by hitting that like button and subscribing to this channel for more videos. You can also let us know if you find it interesting by saying so in the comments section down below. Now let's jump into it. So let's start by looking at some real-world examples of retailers utilizing NFTs. Examples of big brands or retailers stepping into the NFT space include Coca-Cola, Taco Bell, and Nike. Taco Bell, for example, released its very own NFT collection last March. They also posted a tweet about selling taco-themed GIFs and pictures on an NFT market space, and demand for them at the time was very high. They were able to sell all of them within half an hour, which highlighted the sheer potential that they possess for the retail sector. On the other hand, Coca-Cola has also made its mark on the NFT landscape. Last July, Coca-Cola were selling NFTs that were part of a loot box, which was comprised of multiple items like a Coca-Cola bubble jacket that can be worn by the avatars in Decentraland. With that said, the company provided something that was a bit unique. Anyone who purchased their loot box was also given a physical Coca-Cola refrigerator, which in turn linked the world of NFTs with the physical. This is also something that brands can utilize as a means to ease their way into this digital future. In 2019, The Fabricant, which is a clothing company, became the first company to adopt NFTs for merchants, selling a digital outfit for 7,500 euros. Ever since, several stores have used NFTs to promote their brand's image or seek new revenue streams. Also, according to the Vogue Business Index, about 17% of clothing brands have already partnered up with non-traditional retailers. Adidas has already taken its first steps into the world of digital art in the past year. Their very first collection, Into the Metaverse, had up to 30,000 NFTs, with each NFT offering the buyer exclusive access to physical goods that will be available in the future. The NFTs were sold out in a matter of hours, and they helped generate approximately $22 million in sales for Adidas. Also, the firm stated that they're planning on releasing more NFTs in the future. And if the popularity of their initial collection is concerned, then their future release is going to bring in a lot more profit. Now let's look at practical use cases for retailers. NFTs can be a lot more than simply just being intangible items. As the technology matures, merchants can tokenize real-world goods and services so that online overhead costs and arbitration risks are reduced via the removal of intermediaries like Alibaba or Amazon from the mix. A fashion company, for example, could tokenize ownership of a real-world swimsuit and then sell it as an NFT to a potential buyer. To make both participants feel more secure and minimize the risks associated with counterparties, the money would be escrowed. The buyer could then trade the token for the swimsuit or resell it. Startups like Boson Protocol and Splitcore have already been developing NFT-based commercial infrastructures that are decentralized, highlighting the benefits such as physical verification. Data sharing. Data sharing is also an application that comes with the adoption of NFTs. It's also more advantageous for consumers since firms can be a bit hesitant about sharing useful information with them. Let's look at a smartphone, for example. When we purchase a smartphone, we look at the features in the brand, but we have no idea where it was built, when it was created, or the shelf life of the battery. But with every bit of information about an NFT being shared on the blockchain, there's a certain level of transparency that can be achieved between the firm and the consumer, and therefore establishing more trust between the parties. Now let's discuss what retailers should do. Considering the excitement surrounding NFTs, it's also critical to emphasize that for an NFT to be successful, it needs to have a perceived value in society. Looking back at Jack Dorsey's first post on Twitter, possessing the tweet does carry a certain amount of hype. Now, obviously not everyone will consider a tweet to be worth $2.9 million, but there's definitely a demand for it. Retailers must determine whether or not there's a current market for their non-fungible products. There are also a lot of other hurdles concerning the adoption of NFTs, like the claim that the technology uses up a lot of energy to store data on the blockchain, which causes a lot of people to feel a bit uneasy about entering a market that still has a lot of room left for work. Regardless, NFTs are certainly a trend that you should keep your eye on, especially considering their growing popularity amongst firms. And there's certainly a level of curiosity that exists amongst digital consumers. So there we have it. NFTs are expected to become commonplace for merchants sometime in the future. Taking the rapid expansion of the NFT market into consideration, plus both the prospects of marketing and profiting provided through the sales of digital currencies, they certainly could prove to be a cornerstone for the retail industry in the future. Also, the luxury NFT market is expected to grow to $56 billion by 2030. And although luxury NFTs will continue to account for a small portion of the overall sector, these innovations in retail will likely see more competition because of the metaverse. Once again, if you enjoyed this video, or if you found it interesting or helpful, don't forget to let us know by hitting that like button and subscribing to this channel for more videos. Thank you for watching.